12 Australians are among more than 370 people who escaped a burning airliner after a collision with a Coast Guard aircraft at Tokyo's Haneda Airport. Joining me now live is aviation expert and author at Airline Ratings, Geoff Thomas. Geoff, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. How could something like this happen?
Well, extraordinary. It should never, ever happen. But it appears as though the Coast Guard aircraft, for whatever reason, had lined up on that runway to take off and was holding for takeoff. And air traffic control gave the Japan Airlines A350 clearance to land. And the A350 has clipped it as it's touched down and sadly killed 5 people on board. The pilot, we understand, has survived. And then, of course, we saw the chaos that then ensued with the A350 becoming a burning wreck. But no, it should never have happened. And they have to ask, why was that aircraft waiting to take off on that runway?
Well, that would be my next question. Why were 2 planes on the same runway at the same time? Who was at fault here?
Well, sadly, this sort of thing has happened before. I mean, the worst air crash in history happened on the ground in 1977 in Tenerife, when a Pan Am 747 was hit by a KLM 747 taking off in fog. Complete breakdown, pilot error, and 580, 90 people died in that one. So these sort of things have happened before, usually weather-related, fog, nighttime, and then confusion, misunderstandings, distractions, and sadly we haven't eradicated it.
No, clearly. And we've got some live pictures coming into the newsroom as well from the airport. You can just see there's all the debris there and it looks like a complete wreck now. Take us through the operation to take all that debris off the runway.
Well, yes, that's going to be, first of all, the investigators want to really examine the wreckage because it's, they need to know what caused the accident. Haneda's got 3 runways. One's out, and it's one of the busiest airports in the world. So this is going to really impact flights in and out. It may be several days before they remove that wreckage because of the fact that they need to photograph every part of it and examine it and then for the investigation. So it may be 3 or 4 days before that runway's cleared.
And tell us about Japan Airlines. Does it have a good safety rating?
Yes, it does. It's a 7-star rated airline on our website, Airline Ratings. The last accident it had was in 1985 when they lost a 747 and 520 people perished, but it wasn't Japan Airlines' fault. It was a faulty repair done by Boeing that caused this terrible tragedy. So, and the other domestic airline, All Nippon Airways of Japan, the last serious accident they had was in 1971, and that was an air traffic control mistake, and they collided with a military aeroplane. So the safety record in Japan is very good. They've got a very good aviation system there, great regulation. They pass all the audits. It's world's best practice in Japan. And there'll be a lot of soul searching about this. What on earth went wrong to blemish that record?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of soul searching. Are you surprised that nobody on board that flight was killed, that everybody managed to escape unharmed?
Well, my initial reaction was people are going to die in this when I was watching it live. But then I thought, no, they're Japanese. They do what they're told. And if the flight attendants, which they did, said, leave your baggage on board, get off, leave your baggage on board, they follow the instructions. Now, many other people in different cultures don't follow instructions. They want to take their stuff with them, and that really impedes the getting off the aeroplane, and that has caused people to lose their lives. Now, the aircraft are certified so that all passengers get off within 90 seconds with half the exits shut, because there could be a fire. That's the assumption. There's a fire. Half the exits are shut, half are open. In this case, only 3 were operating, 2 at the very front, 1 at the very back, and yet everybody got off. That is a miracle of discipline, and it's a lesson for passengers all around the world. You saw the vision, you saw the flames, you saw the explosion, unsurvivable, but they all got off because they followed instructions.
They followed instructions. I guess in that situation, people would panic and they would...
Yeah, no, they were very disciplined. Very disciplined.
Incredible. Well, I guess, as you said, a lot of soul searching to come as they investigate how something like this could happen.
Yep.
Geoff Thomas, great to speak with you again. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure.
Thank you.